It kind of lined up. Megan. There we go. We got Megan on. I'm interested to talk about this one. So before we get started, Megan, of course, 2.0 is the sequel to Megan, which came out in, I believe it was 2021, 2022. And it was a movie where it kind of captivated audiences with the design of Megan. It was a young woman underneath the costume, and they kind of made her face look up like a doll's face and such. But she would do all these dances, and then she went on a slasher type killing spree, and it became quite the beloved little horror movie of that year. Fast forward a couple of years later, and Megan 2.0, and now she's some sort of superhero. Yes, that's right. There's a new, bigger, badder AI out there, and now Megan and her family have to stop. So it becomes a wild ride of a lot of fighting. It becomes like a Buffy the Vampire episode at some point with a killer AI, with two killer AI. This turn, Allison Williams is back. Everybody's back for it. It's bigger, it's crazier, it's more wild, but it lacks so much substance. I could absolutely not care about this. The message in it is supposed to be we should be regulating AI and what's going on and technology, so that way it doesn't overtake us. We can keep on top of it. It's not a bad message. It's kind of a jumbled mess in this movie, and it adds no weight to that argument. If there was an actual weight, like we see everyday reasons why we shouldn't, and we've even talked about ourselves a little bit on here, but even more dangerous reasons for that. Megan 2.0 takes that and says, we're going to show you what it's like, and somehow ends up into like almost like a Superman 3 sort of version of an ending. I did not love this movie. I gave it a 2 out of 5 mics. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 mics because the puppetry's cool, the makeup effects and the costuming are very cool, the sets were cool, elaborate fighting with choreography, lots of stunt work. Technically, the movie was interesting in that realm. Story-wise sucked, characters sucked, the whole thing. So like it kind of blew me out of the water. They did on this. So I said my piece on this, and I'm sure we'll get into it a little bit more. But Paul, what did you think?
Megan 2.0 got a 2 from me as well. It just wasn't good. I didn't need this sequel. To me, this was somebody typed in a little bit of description to T2 and said, make it more kid-like. And now we have Megan 2.0. It just felt cheap. Like it had been done way better by other movies to where this one, it didn't hold true. And I mean, I didn't really care for Megan 1. And I was like, well, the second one, hopefully it looks funny. At least it's going to be so bad it's funny. And it wasn't even that, because it's like, I don't know. I want wait to stream it. In my opinion, if you really love Megan 1, congratulations. You'll probably love this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong. But but the puppetry was cool. The special effects were cool. Some of the fight scenes were kind of fun. I don't know, man. I just need Blumhouse. They just need to get their stuff together, man. They started so solid, and it's just kind of gone downhill. And it breaks my heart, Blumhouse. I'm not saying that to talk trash, but I expect more. You started so strong.
I agree. I hope, we were talking about it, we played Phasmophobia. I hope they do the Phasmophobia movie right. And we even gave you ideas, so go check out Sturdy Show last night. But for this one, Megan 2.0, to make an equivalent to horror fans who maybe aren't interested in the Megan series, maybe it's just not for you. You know what I'm talking about, because I'm about to mention a movie you probably love, is Terrifier. This would be like if Terrifier 2 introduced the little clown girl played by Amelie McLean, and she was now the big bad, and Art decided to become some superhero to defeat her. That's what this movie basically turns it into. And all of the aspects that they got right, I feel like in the first one, where there was some creepiness to it, there was a slasher element, it added to this motif of this android. I thought in a lot of ways this is that the first one was so much better than Child's Play. Child's Play, I wish, kind of copied it in a weird way, and how they were, even though that was sort of a copy of Child's Play in a weird like meta fashion from that year. But I will say this, when it comes to Megan 2.0, all those elements, like I said, that made Megan, I think, stand out. The dancing in the hallway, which was meant to be creepy. She's trying to come off like she's this little girl, and she thinks that doing this dance is going to get her exactly what she needs to, until it turns into this thing where she just realizes, oh, I have to run after and go after this person. And it was spooky. It was creepy for the moment, and it added a lot of weight to that. Again, when she's running in the beginning, when she's chasing the kids in the forest and stuff like that, a lot of those elements were very creepy for what they were trying to do in making Megan the villain. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this new movie tries to add those elements while keeping her a good guy. The dancing turns into this sequence where she's kind of showing off. And it's almost like making fun of all the people that are cheering for her in the crowd, because it is like this concert where everybody's cheering for her. And I get what they're trying to say, but at the same time, that's not us. Like, I know you're trying to make that a representation of us watching this, but it isn't us, that's for sure. And overall, it's just it really bugged me how they kind of went about. Sorry, I'm trying to turn off my thing. It really bugged me how they kind of tried to redo it, relive some things, and it just didn't land, in my opinion, in any way, shape. So yeah, that's Megan 2.0. It just 2 for me. It wasn't that good. It in far less. It's just terrible. I was gonna say it's far inferior to the original, but it is. It's just terrible. Like, I mean, you don't even need to watch this one personally. But
I'd watch Jaws Revenge 4 times before I'd see this again.
We will be watching Jaws 4. Don't worry. But yeah, let's get to our next one. This is probably the best movie